Okay, guys, let's restart this over, shall we? The opinions expressed in this broadcast are my own and do not represent the official views of the United States Postal Service, NAPS, UPMA, or any other organization. Everything shared here is for educational and awareness purposes under my rights protected by the First Amendment, the Whistleblower Protections Act, and Executive Order 14173. Which defends merit-based fairness and protects federal employees from retaliation. I'm speaking as a citizen, a manager, and a person directly affected by these policies. Now we can get into some postal truth. We have some new people that are supposed to be coming on, so I want to kind of give a little overall review of who I am. And in case they miss it, thanks, Dorothy. Yeah. It's getting a little easier. Yeah. When I first started this a couple days ago, I was like, oh man, I'm so intimidated. I've never been one to get in front of a camera, but I've been getting a lot of private text messages and stuff, and I want to thank everybody for the support and all the blessings I've had. My wife got me this new this new microphone thing. We watched this guy called Trent the Traveler, and he does like RV camping and stuff where he lives in his van and he plays games and stuff. And my wife and I watch him because he goes to different places. So I think it was the one about Sleepy Hollow he just did where he talks about this thing. But anyway, yeah. EAS, I am a EAS Manager of Customer Service for the Miami West Carrier Annex in Miami, Florida, Florida District number 3. And I am a victim of systemic retaliation, abuse of authority, abuse of FMLA, abuse of whistleblower acts, abuse of protections, abuse of everything you can think of. Yeah, I'm that poor guy that got it all. But we're not gonna talk so much about me today because I've gotten some private messages over the last couple days. And some people wanted me to kind of dig in to the policy and some things that are affecting them directly. And you know what? The Postal Truth is about everybody, not myself only. So I want to help. So we're gonna dive into some policy today, and I'll give you my opinion on what I believe it means. And then from there, you guys take it away as you will, and we'll go from there. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about, because I kind of saw this online and I wanted to bring it up. We're going to talk about on-call duty. Okay, now the Postal Service has I'm trying to find the words here, a sometimes inappropriate way to tell someone they're on call. So we're going to tell you, or I'm going to tell you rather, what the policy says, and then you guys can go take it as you will. According to the Employee and Labor Relations Manual, Section 434.14, on-call time is not work time. If you're free to leave the facility, go home, and live your life until called in. Thank you, Dorothy. But if you're required to stay close by, keep that phone glued to your ear, or you can't travel more than a few miles, that's restricted time. And by definition, restricted time is compensatable under the Fair Labor Standards Act. So if you're being told, stay ready all weekend, but not being paid for it, guess what? That's not dedication, that's unpaid labor. So keep that in mind, guys. If you are being told to be on call, you want to review ELM Section 434.14. Make sure you meet the criteria of that, because management will sometimes twist the policy. Now, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. This is merely my own opinion. As I said at the beginning of this live session, I will give you the information and you do with it as you will. Make sure you're writing stuff down. For those of you that don't write anything down or forget to, I usually upload this to the YouTube channel. So from there you can review it and play it back, rewind it, all that good stuff. That's basically what the channel's for. I may dive into some more stuff in the future. We'll see where we go from there. But for now, yeah. Section 434, on-call duty. Pay attention to that. Okay, so know your rights, guys. Now, those that follow me know I posted this little meme. I took a picture of somebody's scanner that they posted about the scanner threat by management. Oh, show up in uniform on Halloween or you will receive corrective action. Yeah, guys, that's okay. I'm going to read the policy on it, on the uniform code, and then I'm gonna read a little blurb I wrote about it, and then I'm gonna give you a personal opinion about this because this is important, okay? ELM section 930 says, uniforms are to keep employees easily identifiable and professional to the public. But here's the kicker. Only authorized positions are required to wear them. That means carriers, clerks, maintenance, and vehicle ops. Yes, you must wear your uniform when you go to work every day. Okay? But supervisors and managers, no. We're supposed to wear business attire, not carrier blues. Now, some of you guys go into your installations in the bigger cities, those managers should be in business attire. But you got managers running around with jeans and sneakers and, a old shirt, and no one tells them anything, but they're violating ELM 930 by doing that. Now, if they're going to be lax with their dress code, then that goes for everybody, no? Just saying. You guys do with that what you will. Now, the reason why I brought up 930 in the ELM is because of the Halloween thing the little blurb I read online, and then I went and I made this little video on it, kind of like, mocking it, because when I was a clerk and I worked in the station, we wore different shirts for holidays and stuff like that, but I did work in a small rural town, so that could be the difference. City carriers, city clerks, city everything are required to wear the uniforms. When I worked in Montana, the clerks in Ronald Reagan, they wore like little Christmas hats and stuff like that. Some of them wore Christmas shirts. I never said anything. Not because I didn't know the policy, but because it's Christmas. I mean, think about it. Yes, we should have the uniform because the policy says you need to wear it. But here's the thing. The customer walks in during Christmas and they want to see the lobbies decorated. They want to see the staff friendly, happy-go-lucky, dressed the part. You get what I'm saying? And those people come in and they spend money. So if you are dressed in your business or work uniform, you're not technically wrong, but you want these people to spend money, but yet you're barking down the necks of these people that are serving them. And I've never, personally, I've never touched that one. If the carriers wanted to come in with like Christmas hats and stuff, I never said nothing because, again, a happy worker is a productive worker. You treat your workers like dirt, they're not gonna wanna stay with you. And then these managers get mad because you got carrier Samantha wants to go to Buffalo instead of staying with you. Of course, you treat them like dirt, they're not gonna stay there. But here's the problem, it's systemic. So even if you go from your local station which I'm coming up on that in a bit. I got 2 stories today. One of them I'm still diving into, and the other one I did a little research before, a little recon before our little live session, but your workers are not gonna stay with you. Now I'm talking to, as a manager, to my fellow managers and my supervisors. Guys, the carriers already know you have the authority. You don't need to flex yourself. You don't need to flex your authority. These are people. They come to work. They watch you. They watch your character. They watch your demeanor. Do they want to follow a leader that fraternizes with his fellow supervisors? Inappropriate behavior in the workplace? No. What you do is your business. You keep that out of the office. I'm not accusing anybody. It's just things I've seen along the way. You guys take that what you will, okay? But you can't act inappropriately and then expect your staff to respect you. And you can't conduct yourself like a dictator and expect these people to follow you or to do favors for you or to work that extra 4 hours for you or work that extra ditch. That extra, what do you call it? Piece. They're not gonna do it. And you can't make them. Yeah, you can force them, but it's gonna cost you in the end. This is why the Postal Service is dumping so much money, because you guys are not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not doing your jobs with integrity. Yeah, so that was my blurb to my constituents, my fellow management. They're gonna be angry. They may not be angry, they may listen. Some of them may listen and say, you know what, he's kind of right. Maybe I need to like, just a little bit. And then you're gonna have those that are gonna talk about me. Have fun, talk away. I live rent-free in your head, that means it's working. Moving on. This week, someone out there thought it would be a good idea to send a scanner message banning costumes of any kind on Halloween. Quote, this is a quote, failure to comply will result in corrective action. Folks, seriously? Are we that allergic to morale? Is it that bad that they wear bat ears or a Jack Skellington hat for one day? They go on the routes, people see this, they say, man, the Postal Service is doing good. They got, look, their staff is happy. No, it's not like that everywhere you go, especially in Miami. I don't know what the numbers are now, but they were shit when I was there and they're shit now probably. But what do I know? Not saying anything, just my own opinion. Nothing in the Elm bans Halloween fun. It just says you can't modify the uniform while you're on duty or delivering mail. A silly hat in the break room, fine. Delivering mail dressed like as Batman, probably not, don't do that. But threatening discipline for showing holiday spirit, that's not leadership, that's fear management and it's abuse of authority. And that's a violation of the Elm. And we went over that at the last session that we had here. What was that? I believe it was Elm 665. Yes, Elm 665.23. It's a violation, it's abuse of authority. So these supervisors are abusing their authority by threatening carriers and clerks and everybody else. It's against the policy. Guys, my managers, my fellow managers and supervisors, be careful, because those same people that tell you to do these things will be the same people that write you up later. Oh, excuse me, corrective action. These are the same people that will violate your rights later. First-hand proof. So again, 665.23 managers, don't violate the policy. You can't have your staff do stuff if you're going around doing it. Carriers, you know you're supposed to wear your uniform. 930, M930 says you have to wear it, just make sure you wear it. Just don't modify it. Yeah, I mean, that's the policy. It says there's nothing in the Elm that says you can't do it. In fact, when I was a manager in physical on-duty manager in my station, I condoned it. I wanted the staff to work well together. I wanted everyone to work together as a team. I don't like division. That's not me. I don't work like that. I don't put people to fight one another so you can get them to do more. You do more by treating them like humans. Simple as that. But not everybody manages that way. I'm more of a hands-on manager. I don't believe in sitting in my office all day. The hardest job I had was a manager, because I was told I could not do the work. I had to have my staff do it for me. I had to tell them what to do. That's never something, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna move on. So, the was created basically to ensure that we as postal employees are following. Yeah, they suck at communicating. I agree, Dorothy. Which is why they created the because we're supposed to talk to one another. We are expected to work with a level of decorum above the rest, but we're not doing that for some reason. And I can't fathom why. I'm hearing a podcast now that was given to me by a listener, and I'm about 30 minutes in and I'm already annoyed, but I'll touch on that at the end. There's some things I want to add into that I'm not sure she is aware of. I hope she's watching so she can hear this. If not, it'll be up on the YouTube channel. I also have another listener on here who reached out to me privately, and I did dive into your case in more detail because I had a little more time. But yeah, we're gonna go into that. Now, again, this wasn't supposed to be something I was gonna talk about today, but I promised this listener that I would, and I'm going to. I won't reveal your identity because it's not anybody's business. If you feel like doing it, that's on you. But thank you for reaching out, and I'm gonna do my best to answer your question right now. So we're gonna talk about removal and what the process is, and where does it fail, where does it begin, and how management abuses their authority, 665.23, to circumvent that removal process. Now, this listener was explaining their situation to me, and I was a little annoyed because I said to myself, man, this should have never happened, but it did. And this is why we have this podcast out, and we got other places like Fed Up and Lino on Miami-Dade Transparency and everybody else speaking up now. JH and you know, it's people are tired. They're just tired. Rick Rock, everyone else we know that's doing this now, they're just tired. And they're not learning from their mistakes. They continue to make them. It's the definition of insanity.